It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as most people should be concerned, this Premier League season is as good as over. I've waited. Sorry, let me just correct that. I've waited a couple of days to make this video because obviously it wasn't like raw with emotion. It wasn't the end of the world, but like it leaves you feeling down when you know that everything you've done and everything you've hoped for in a period of time is just going to come to nothing. And obviously, early congratulations for Liverpool on the title. Obviously, in my most recent video, I suggested maybe Mourinho was the issue, not the issue, the solution to Arteta's striker problem. And obviously, we found out that wasn't really the case. Although I don't think really it wasn't really a striking issue against West Ham. It was much more a general creativity issue, which I think we've actually generally tactically struggled with. If you look at the teams we can't beat, the Newcastles, the Villas, these teams, they sit deep and you pump crosses in and you don't score from them. And it's what happens when you seem to not have a plan B, especially with our squad. It's very difficult to have a plan B. When you're having to sub on Raheem Sterling, you're not like. So he was a great player back in the day, Raheem Sterling, but right now you cannot be relying on him, because even if it is just a confidence thing, his confidence is on the bottom of the barrel. He's scraping it. He might even have fallen out the bottom of the barrel. But it's just, you've got to look at it and think, well, okay, Arsenal, West Ham, you go there, and it's such a bad game to drop points in. West Ham at home, they were 17th? Possibly now 16th. They're in that position. They're not going to get relegated, but they're a pretty poor side. And it's Graham Potter who seems to have Arsenal's number. But I mean, yeah, he just completely. We got shut down. They defended well, hit us on the break, scored. I thought Wan-Bissaka was absolutely incredible in that game. And at the end of the day, you lose 1-0 to a Jared Bowen header. He seems to haunt us always. That's 3 seasons in a row that we've been derailed by West Ham. We lost to them at home last season. The season before we went 2-0 up and drew at the London Stadium, and you can't keep dropping points to teams like West Ham when Liverpool are so good. I mean, we won beaten in 15 games, and then you lose to West Ham at home. You just can't be doing it if you want to have any kind of success. I think our season now is riding on at least a good little Champions League campaign, although the eternal roadblock of Real Madrid is standing in our way. Do I think we could give them a game with Saka back? I'm sure. Why not? I think we're a very good team. I think we're definitely, certainly this season, more suited to European football. But I still feel like we're missing that X factor going forward. And I think that even with Saka back, you need Ødegaard to come and show that why he's our captain, why he was so highly touted the last couple of seasons, because his creative output has been poor. I mean, there's that clip where we're breaking and the ball's coming down the left. He's got the gap to run in, and he goes up and round, hides. He's hiding at the end of the day behind the defenders, and your captain can't be hiding in moments like this. I'm sure he himself knows that he has not been up to scratch. He's not an idiot, and of course, I think he probably understands better than all of us the pressure which is on him and the club. And I hope Arteta's had a word with him, said, Martin, you need to calm down, you need to go back to playing your best football. And we need to hit those spaces between the lines. You can't keep going round. Sometimes you've got to go through the middle. Our creative midfield, our creativity in midfield through the centre is non-existent. It doesn't exist. And that goes from our centre-backs now. They all pass wide. We never play those risky passes into the middle. Is that in part because Thomas Partey's playing? Probably, because he's useless and I wouldn't trust him with the ball with my life. I wouldn't trust him with anything, to be honest with you. He shouldn't be playing anyway, of course, with the allegations, and of course the fact that I think it's disgusting that the club continues to employ a rapist. I think it's just ridiculous. But yeah, it's disappointing way for that game to end. Credit to West Ham, they were very good. I thought Graham Potter set his team up perfectly to counter Arsenal in their current state. And without injuries, we're looking at the Nottingham Forest game tomorrow, where they're a great side. Yeah, they lost to Newcastle at the weekend, but you're going to be facing people like Hudson-Odoi, Elanga, Chris Wood, who at the end of the day are going to cause us problems on the break, which is where we've looked really shaky and poor, especially if your transition defensive midfielder is Thomas Partey, who runs like a man stuck in fucking mud. But hopefully we will go into that game and have a bit more spark to us, a bit of life to us. You never know. But realistically, it probably won't happen. I would have to hazard a guess that we'll at least draw that game and probably lose to Nottingham Forest. And that will bring us right into a top 4 fight, which is something you really don't want to be in with our problems and our crisis in injuries right now. So after Liverpool beat Man City, you've just got to hope that you can see out the season, finish second, and have a good European campaign. And then hope, and you've got to hope and pray that in the summer the club looks at some people who are going to come in and make a big difference to the team next season. Because realistically, you can't be relying on Raheem Sterling. It's just as simple as that. He won't be here next season. Because I'll say it right now in this video, if we re-sign Raheem Sterling, I genuinely will not follow this team next season. I think that would be the most disgraceful piece of business. To give Chelsea money for him it'd be like me paying to have my fucking leg chopped off. LeVar Ball reference. But like, you know, at the end of the day, it's hard, it's difficult, it's disappointing, but you know, you see people talk about Arsenal, and you see them saying some people talk absolute bollocks about our club because we've always been their whipping punching bag since when we were really shit. But like these Liverpool fans, they're silent when they're not doing very well, and suddenly they're all over the gaff giving it this. But at the end of the day, congratulations to them. They've done very well. Mo Salah's been probably it's one of the best. It's the best ever individual Premier League season up until this point, and probably one of the best ever individual seasons. And at the end of the day, we do not have someone doing that. Bukayo Saka was putting up unbelievable creative numbers, but he's been injured for 3 odd months now, and it definitely comes, and it definitely weighs down on a team. So yeah, I mean, I hope and I pray that we will have a good result against against Nottingham Forest. Sorry, West Ham's gone. It's living rent-free in my head. And then when it comes to PSV, I want us to go out there and I want us to beat them, set up that tie with Real Madrid, with Saka, with Martinelli back, and show them what the Arsenal are about. Because I have every inch of faith in my manager, Mikel Arteta. I don't care what these silly Arsenal fans... Oh, Arteta's not won any trophies. He's not very... We were flummoxed. We were in 8th. When we were winning the FA Cup, it's... Why would you want to win the FA Cup? You're not playing Champions League football. Don't listen to the outside noise. Look at what Mikel Arteta's done for this club. The trophies will come. This season, a trophy would have come if we didn't have those injuries. Let's not take the piss hit. Like, are you telling me that at least a full-strength Arsenal right now would be at least competing with Liverpool? We would not drop those points to West Ham. We would not be dropping points in these stupid games. And it's just... You just have to look and say, calm down. Next season, we go again. You're going to have Havertz back. You're going to have Saka back. You're going to bring, hopefully, some players in the summer, and we go again. Have faith that Mikel Arteta is the man. Because I'll tell you right now, there are not many managers better. And if, for whatever reason, Arsenal were to get rid of Mikel Arteta, these massive clubs who have got manager problems, they would be circling like sharks in blood-infested water. He'd go to a top club like this in a heartbeat. So careful what you wish for with that. I'll tell you that right now. Careful what you wish for. Because these same people are now like revisionist on Unai Emery. If you think you're a revisionist on Unai Emery, just imagine the revision you're going to have to do when Mikel Arteta goes and fucking wins trophies all over the place elsewhere. Because that's apparently what you want him to do. That's all I'm saying. Let's hope we beat Forest. I'll be back for another video later this week. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.